everyone, it's Hailey, and today I'm going to be doing the Do I Have That Other Book challenge. I'm really excited to be doing this video today. I have been wanting to do it for a while. Actually, before I knew there was a second version of this tag, because the first version I did last year and I had so much fun with it. I was actually just going to redo the first one, but there's a whole new one, which is super exciting. So this was created by Keeping Tabs and Current Chapter in collaboration. I will have both of their channels linked down below. Definitely go and check them out. I haven't looked at any of these prompts before doing this video, so I will be seeing them for the first time now. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to time myself, but I don't do that well under pressure, and I also can't follow rules, so I'm just going to not, and I'm going to get into it. But the whole point of this is basically it's like a list of prompts, and you're supposed to try and find the books on your shelves if you have books that match that. I do love doing challenge videos like this and tag videos like this, so if you have any recommendations or suggestions for more, please do let me know down below, because I never know what kinds of ones to do or what ones are out there. So if you could let me know which ones you want to see, that would be great. So without further ado, let's get into it. Number one is, do you have a book with a fox on the cover or part of the plot? And the first book that comes to mind is The Wicked Fox by Kat Cho, but I don't know if I still have that book actually. I think I unhauled it, which is super unfortunate. Yes, I definitely unhauled that one. Also, this is going to be so much harder because my shelves are kind of all over the place, and since I haven't been filming a lot recently, I don't exactly know where everything is. So, yikes. The other book that I can think of that has a fox is one that I read forever ago, and it was by, I think it was Fire and Flood, but that one was kind of like a Pokemon sort of thing, and there was a fox, if I'm remembering correctly. Literally, it's been years, so I don't know. I don't know if I have anything else with a fox in it. Am I just being dumb? I have a terrible memory, so I'm so bad at these videos. For some reason, I feel like one of the Grishaverse books has a fox in it. Maybe is Nikolai called Fox? No, one of the characters is called Fox. Wait. I think in The Language of Thorns, there is actually a book with a fox. Yes! The Too Clever Fox, and by book I meant story. Nailed it! I really didn't think I was gonna get that one. Number two is, do you have a book that was published the year you were born or within a 3-year radius? Ooh, in here, probably not. So I was born in 1995, and it definitely would not be on these shelves. Most of these books are newer titles, so I don't think I have anything. I might have a classics edition downstairs, but I really don't want to go downstairs and find one. That seems really lazy, but I mean, it also is kind of lazy. So I'm just going to say no, but also probably yes. I'm sure one of the editions of Alice in Wonderland on this shelf here that I am pointing to has a 1995 book. Do I have anything? I don't even have The Perks of Being a Wallflower. I don't know when that book came out, but I feel like that would be like the oldest book that I would have, but I don't own a copy. So passing on that one, moving on to number 3, do you have a book with music as a weapon or magic? Ooh, interesting. Oh yeah, where are you at? Here we go. It's like the first book on my shelves, and that is This Savage Song by Victoria Schwab. So I know music is central to this, and it has to do with the monsters and stuff, so I'm pretty sure it's used as a weapon or a magical thing. I think it's more of a magical thing. When I tell you my memory is terrible, especially now, I'm not lying, I'm sorry. Number 4, do you have a series with mismatched covers? Do I ever? So there's a very obvious choice for this one, which is the Diviner series by h.leblanc. It kind of just became a tradition for this series to change covers with every book. And they broke that tradition with the last book, and I'm kind of mad about it, to be honest. Usually I don't like cover changes. Like, the first cover is easily the most beautiful, and then with Layer of Dreams we moved on to this, and then with Before the Devil Breaks You we moved on to this, which we also have for King of Crows. But I just feel like if you're gonna have a different cover for every single book in the series, make it every single book. Like, I feel like it should have been the last book with a different cover too. I would have been honestly happy with that, and that's like the one case of that. I definitely have some more series with mismatched covers, but I'm just gonna go with the one because that works. So next is number 5. Do you have a book with a shapeshifter? These questions are so specific and are really testing my knowledge and my memory, which we know is non-existent, so fun. Why can't I think of a book that has a shapeshifter in it? I think this might be cheating, but I'm also going to count it. So I'm going to go with Wolf by Wolf by Ryan Groudon because she is kind of a shapeshifter of sorts. So she was in concentration camps and she was experimented upon, and that left her with the ability to face shift. So she can, like, not even just her face, her entire body, she can completely change how she looks. So I feel like this does count. I'm sure in this video so many of you are yelling at me with like answers that you know I have or that I've read and I just forget about, and oh, I feel awful about it, I'm sorry. Number 6 is, do you have a book signed by the author? And I have a number of them, but I'll just go with the first one that I see. Which is it gonna be? Let's go with this one, yay! So Turtles All the Way Down by John Green, I pre-ordered so then I could get a signed copy. I actually have all of John Green's books signed, I'm pretty sure, but I have a lot of signed books. And honestly, most of them aren't from meeting the author because I haven't met that many authors. It's just I have signed copies that I've gotten in like subscription boxes or I've pre-ordered them. Number 7, do you have a book with a mostly red cover? I mean, obviously we have like the red place over here. What do we have? I'll go with Put In by Julie Murphy because this cover is pretty much entirely red other than the illustration on it, and it is a very bright in-your-face red. Number 8, do you have a book between 287 and 306 pages? I'm currently reading a book that I think might fall into that category, which is Summer of Salt by Katrina Leno. So let's check this one out. So this one is 256. I think that's too short. Yeah, 287 to 306. Dang it, so close. I also have a number of books on the floor here that I could also pick from. Do I have anything that would fit that? Let's see how long you are. This is gonna take me a long time. 325, does that fit? No. I also keep forgetting how many pages I'm looking for. I Wanna Be Where You Are by Christina Forrest. This one is, oh my god, so close. This one's 265 pages. Charlie is so confused as to what I'm doing and does not understand and just wants to be a part of it all. Also, so many of you were like, oh my god, he's so big now, and he is full grown. He is 10 pounds and he's no longer the little baby that he was when I first showed him to you guys. He is an old man. Well, he's 9 months, but he just has a very old and wise look, which is why I call him my little old man. But I'm gonna put him on the floor now and find my book. So this one, including acknowledgements, is 293 pages. It is Black Girl Unlimited by Echo Brown, which I haven't read yet, but I'm really excited for. But it falls right in between 287 and 306. Or was it 7? I don't know. It doesn't matter. The point is it works. Number 9, do you have a book with a main character who wears glasses? There's obviously one main book that comes to mind, but other than that one, I honestly don't know that I do. Like, those little details I completely forget and never like even remember or really pay attention to. So I think what I'm gonna have to look at is to see if I have a book where the character on the cover is wearing glasses. Okay, perfect. That actually didn't take that long. So on the cover of Meet Cute by Helena Hunting, this character, the female character, is wearing glasses. I have read this. It's Kaylin Flowers is her name, and I'm thinking that she always wears the glasses. I'm not surprised. I kind of like started looking at my adult romances because I felt like they were going to be pretty good for having a character with glasses. I love these prompts though, as much as I'm like terrible at them. It's so fun to think about these things and try and remember and really do a deep dive into my shelves, which is why I love challenge videos like this. Number 10 is, do you have a book with a title that has the same number of letters as your first name? So Hailey, H-A-I-L-E-Y. I thought it was 6 letters. I just wanted to double check and count. So a title that is 6 letters long. I think it's gonna have to be a 1-word title, probably. So let's see. F-A-K-E-R. Nope, that's 5. I can't just look at something and count. This video is making me seem really dumb. E-R-I-D-E. No, that's 5. F-I-N-A-L-E. Yay! So we have Finale by Stephanie Garber. Finale is indeed 6 letters. I still haven't read this. It's ridiculous, I know. Number 11, do you have a book with cybercrime / technology as a plot point? I don't really know what that means, to be entirely honest. Okay, so it's very self-explanatory. That's what I thought it meant. I just wanted to clarify. So criminal activities carried out by the means of computers or the internet. The only book I can think of I actually don't have on my shelves up here yet, and it's not, well, it kind of is because it's harassment, but I'm going to go with Slay by Brittany Morris. This one is all about an online world and an online video game, and there ends up being a crime that happens outside of the video game, but it kind of has to do with it, and there's also some harassment going on within the video game. I'm sure there's some others that I can think of, but that is just the first one that came to mind because it's the one that I've also read the most recently. Number 12 is do you have a book written in another language or translated to English? I've read only two, I think, but one I read recently, and that one is The Librarian of Auschwitz by Antonio Iturbe, which is the original author. It was originally written in Spanish, and it is translated into English by Lilith Thwaites. Unfortunately, I didn't really care for this translation, and I actually didn't like the other translation that I read. It has nothing to do with the fact that they're translated. That's obviously not why I disliked them, but the other one is Ruby Red by Kirsten Gier. I've heard it's a lot better in German, but unfortunately I don't read German, and there just was something about that story that didn't mesh with me, but I actually unhauled that one at one point. Number 13 is do you have a book written by an Asian author? And I have multiple, but I will go with one that I haven't talked about a lot recently because that's also kind of what I'm trying to do with this video. I'm trying to pick some different books that I haven't gotten the chance to talk about a lot, because I do talk about a lot of the same books because I've only read a finite number of books and I've only enjoyed a finite number of books, so it ends up being repetitive. I'm sorry. But I'm going to go with Under a Painted Sky by Stacey Lee. So this is a historical fiction, and it is written by a Chinese American author, and it also centralizes on Chinese American characters. Number 14 is do you have a book with a moon on the cover? That is a very interesting one, and I feel like I probably do, but where is it? I have no clue. Let's find it. Does this one have a moon? It has stars. No, just stars. Does this one have a moon? It also has stars. No, just stars. Just stars. I have a lot of books with stars, but no moons. Actually, I think this one has a moon. Is it? I don't know if it's like the moon, but yeah, that's the moon. I'll go with this one, Honor Among Thieves by Rachel Kane and Anne Aguirre. This has the little moon right there in the center. Number 15 is do you have an illustrated children's book? And I do. I have a bunch of them over here on my Alice shelf. I have numerous copies of Alice in Wonderland that are illustrated. Do I have any that I can like easily grab? Not really. Okay. I'm going in. My light is right in front of the shelf, which is why it's hard for me to get there, but I'll suck it up and I'll just pick a random copy. So I've got this one here, which is illustrated by Mary Blair, who did the concept art for the original Disney movie, the 1950s Disney movie. So there we go. Number 16 is do you have a collection of fairy tales or myths? And I definitely do. I have a giant pile that is under my desk here, so I will show you on my other camera just because this is once again behind the light, but I have a bunch of them down there. So I'm just flipping to my vlog camera because this is easier, but I have some world mythology, Angela Carter's book of fairy tales. I have this mythology book by Edith Hamilton. I have the annotated different like Brothers Grimm, Hans Christian Andersen classic fairy tales. I have fairy tales and folklore, just like random bind up world mythologies. I have a lot of them, and I also have more downstairs. Number 17, do you have a sci-fi or fantasy with an alliance between races? I'm sure I do once again, but can I think of one right away? No. Actually, I'm going to go with this one, which is Snow Like Ashes by Sarah Rosh. It's the only one where I can really think of people from different places and different races coming together, because there's like the different countries that are based on the seasons and then the rhythms, and they come together and form an alliance. I feel like there's definitely a lot that I'm missing, but I can't think of any right now. Number 18 is do you have a book with a narrow front cover, which means a paperback with a front cover that is slightly trimmed or shorter than the rest of the book. I know what this means. There's like a thingy. Yeah, I don't know what to call it. I'm pretty sure I have them. I hate when books do that though, but I definitely do have one. I feel like it's at like the tip of my tongue what book it is, but I can't think of it, so I'm just gonna look through my shelves. Oh, okay, these books do that. So the new Grisha-verse, what is this called? The Grisha Shadow and Bone trilogy. They have that, like, you see this part is more narrow, and then there's this little like plasticky piece there. I don't like when books do that, but I do like these new editions. But I know that I have more. This isn't the one that I was thinking of, but I just can't think of where they might be. Actually, my copy of An Absolutely Remarkable Thing by Hank Green that is also signed and personalized, which is super exciting. This came in the mail and I was absolutely not expecting it. There we go. It also has a Hinkler fish, but this also has that flap action going on. Number 19 is, do you have a book that includes the first chapter of the sequel? I feel like I just opened one that was like that. Oh my god, what book was it? I literally just opened one like that. Ugh. It was when I was looking to see the page numbers. I totally opened one like that. Was it this one? Oh, okay, yeah. So it was allegedly by Tiffany D. Jackson, and it has the first chapter of Monday's Not Coming, but that's not a sequel, so this one unfortunately does not count. So back to the shelves I go. I'm gonna focus on paperback copies because those I probably got after the book had been out for a while and after the sequel is out, so I'll probably have a better chance of finding a book with the first chapter of the sequel in it, if that makes any sense. Aha, yay! So I was correct. So I have Graceling by Kristen Cashore right here, and it has the first chapter of Bitter Blue in here. I know the order for these is kind of weird, so they're companions, but I'm still counting it as sequel, like, you get the point. And finally, number 20 is, do you have a book with a broken spine? I don't generally do that, and I also find with like US and Canadian paperbacks, there's mostly like floppy books, so you don't really have to crack the spine. It's the UK ones where you have to crack the spine, but I'm sure I have one where I had to crack the spine, so let's find it. So I searched for a very long time for that last question, but I honestly couldn't find anything. I tried, but my camera also turned off while I was searching, and I think Charlie needs to go outside to pee. So I'm going to end it here, but I do have, like, somewhere I have a book where I've cracked the spine. I read so often, and I've learned how to not crack the spine. Like, I'll just open it a little bit to read it. It's a talent. It's an art. What can I say? But thank you guys so much for watching this video. Be sure to check out Keeping Tabs and Current Chapter. They did an amazing job with this tag/challenge video. It was so much fun, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching it as well. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye! Say bye. I have to pee now.